Hey, everybody. Hello, 9 Mile. This is your favorite weather girl, Kate Weatherwise. I am coming to you on October 9th, 2025. It's about 7:30 p.m. and I wanted to get this weather forecast out to you that's going to cover Friday through the weekend and probably a look ahead to next week because as I have said previously, we are in for a major weather pattern change that's going to possibly bring some wet snowflakes down into the valleys. But all right, before I get too far into it, let's just get started. I don't want to get ahead of myself. So we're going to talk about tomorrow first. Tomorrow's weather is going to be beautiful. It's going to be 70 to 75 degrees, still some more sunshine. But as the day rolls on, the clouds are going to start rolling in because Friday night is going to be one way. And then when you wake up on Saturday, it's going to be fall, like full on fall. So let's get over to the weather map so we can take a look. Okay, so I'm showing here, this is the GFS. So this gives you like a look out about 6 days worth of time in 3-hour increments. And so we're gonna power through this. And right now, as you can see, it's pretty benign out. There's not a lot going on. There's just some precip over on the peninsula into King County, but there's nothing going on over here. It's pretty clear outside, as you guys have probably seen all day, all week. It's been gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. As I mentioned last weekend, this week was a really good week to get done all of your like fall projects, fall cleanups, fall, whatever you have going on that you need to get done before the weather turns bad. This was the perfect week to do that. You have one more day. And it got up to 82 degrees here today at my house. I don't know what it got up to your house, but at my house, it was 82 degrees. It hasn't been in the 80s since early to mid-September, but it was in the 80s, low 80s. And tomorrow will be in the 70s, but that's going to be a thing of the past starting on the weekend. So let's get back to it. As we go through here, I'm going to just kind of move forward with all of this. And as you can see, it stays pretty benign. We have like a little low pressure with some precipitation out in the Pacific Ocean. You keep pushing forward and nothing really pushes through. We've got a low pressure because it's below sea level, but it's not going to really do much. This takes us through Friday. 18Z is 10 a.m. Local time. So as you can see with this model, which is one of my favorites, it's not really pushing anything through. There's a little bit of precip that pops up. Again, this is the 11th, so this is 2 days from now. We'll see if this rings true. Rain, and then you start seeing the blue. This is way up into Canada, but you start seeing the blue kind of pulse up. This is the northern Cascades. This is the central and southern Cascades. A little bit of snow in the Cascades starting Friday. And then as we push through, we get some rain. And maybe the very, very northern part of northeastern Washington and North Idaho see some snow. We'll see some, that's probably Lookout Mountain right here. Keep pushing through. Then this pushes into western Montana. And look at this, it kind of builds. So I think Lookout Mountain is going to see feet of snow over the weekend. So that's really good for the skiing. This starts to blossom on Sunday into the Okanagan Valley. This again will be very helpful for firefighting efforts that have been ongoing for the past couple months in this part of the state. This will help to relieve those firefighters and help to stamp out those fires. There's some really big ones over there in the Cascades, 3 or 4 big ones that are, 20,000 15 to 20,000 acres and more. I think the biggest one is around 40 to 45,000 acres. So that will greatly help. And so then you see some green popping in. This again is Sunday night, Sunday afternoon. Sunday's going to be a pretty yucky day. So I wouldn't spend a lot of time outside on Sunday. Maybe if you like the rain, like we take our dogs for a walk and things like that, but I wouldn't spend a lot of time outside on Sunday. We're going to keep going. Rain persists. Look at this though. This is starting to show blue, which is snow. If you look down here on this key, this is blue. This is snow for Pend Oreille County. This is Ferry County. This is Stevens County, which is where we are, into Spokane County. You guys, us and Spokane County is going to see green, going to see rain. But it really, look at this. Oh my gosh, the northern part of Stevens County, northern parts of the counties, these 3 counties are going to see some snow on Sunday night into Monday morning. And then it begins. This is going to be interesting. In the wee hours of the morning, Monday morning, we could see some wet snow here. But I will, of course, as I always do, update as we go along because Monday is a long ways away in the weather world. So we'll see if that rings true. But as of right now, it's supposed to be the coldest we've seen so far this season on Sunday night into Monday morning. And then this sort of fizzles out by about, early to mid morning, Monday morning, and then it dries out. And Monday night's going to be a cold night too, but it's going to be dry. So we're not going to expecting any more precipitation. So this is through Monday, and then the rest of the week is going to be pretty dry. So we'll see some sun, and I'm not expecting really much in the way of rain the rest of the week. So not a bad deal. We'll get some rain and or maybe some snowflakes on Sunday night into Monday morning. And then it'll dry out. It'll still be chilly. It's going to be in the 50s this weekend during the day. It's going to be in the 50s and 60s all week next week. That's what's forecasted. And I'm going to pop over here to the 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook. This is valid from the 15th to the 19th of this month. And as you can see, it's still below normal, not deep blue, but light blue, which is, between 30 and 50% below normal. So we're going to stay chilly. We're going to stay chilly, guys. So that's not a bad thing. It is coming on mid-October. It will be by this point, and it's supposed to be chilly. It's supposed to be in the 50s. It's supposed to be getting closer and closer to snow and things of that nature. So we're going to pop back over here. This is the GFS. So that takes us out a while. This is the ECM WF. That's one of my other favorite, models to look at. And this let's see what this one brings us, around the time frame that I was discussing just a minute ago. Here comes some rain. This purple is a mixture of rain and snow. So let's see what it says to us. This is getting into Sunday. There's going to be some purple and some blue. Oh, purple up in here. There's some purple. Now see, this one is a little bit not as generous with the snow as the GFS. So I kind of take some points from each one of them and sort of put them together and then make my best deduction of what it's going to be based on my knowledge and, the time of year and the winds and all of these things that come together, and you kind of formulate what is actually going to happen. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Maybe some mixture of light mixed precipitation Sunday night into Monday morning. It's going to be in the 50s for highs on Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be in the 30s for lows. So the higher you are in elevation, say 2,500 feet or higher, which that happens a lot around our area of 9 Mile, then you could see some mixed precipitation and or big sloppy wet snowflakes. We'll see. We'll see. I will be paying attention, of course, and putting out updates, of course. So, and then this too dries us out for next week. So, and as far as the winds are concerned, we're going to go over to, here's the winds. I got to put this back all the way to the beginning. I was playing with these before I started. So here we go. The winds are not going to be, again, they're going to be on the lighter side for the weekend into next week. This is the ECMWF. Here comes this precipitation. This is just some winds. They may pick up but they stay to the south. These are all northerly winds. Northerly. So we're going to have some winds do come in once that October 11th, that's Saturday. We may have 5 to 10 mile per hour winds, maybe a little bit over 10 a couple times. Like this is on, that Sunday night into Monday morning time frame. The winds are going to be out of the southwest. That doesn't bode well for snowfall, by the way. In the wintertime, in the dead of winter, if you see southwest winds, depending on if there's a higher low pressure system to our north, the southwest winds don't equal a good dumping of snow for us. It could warm up, it could start out as snow and then end as rain, that sort of thing. So, southwest winds though in October usually mean rain. And then, so we'll have a little bit of wind. Yeah. Sunday night into Monday morning. Pick up again Monday morning. Oh gosh. Okay. So we do seem to be I'm forecasting some winds, into Monday morning, and there's going to be southwest winds, which is going to be the time frame that it could potentially snow. So Sunday afternoon into Monday morning, we'll get some wind, and I'll detail that out on my written forecast as well. So you can have it in front of you to refer to if that's what you like to do, if that's what you're used to doing with my forecasts. But this is the video side of things. So now that's the forecast. And I'll recap it right now. We're going to have a warm day tomorrow, sunshine to start. Then clouds start to filter in towards the afternoon and evening. Saturday, you're going to wake up and it's going to be like, what just happened? We're going to have chilly weather, maybe some sun to start, but it's going to be in the mid to upper 50s for highs. And then in the 30s for lows Saturday night, maybe some rain Saturday evening. Sunday, it's going to be a pretty wet day all day, in the 50s again. Sunday night into Monday morning could potentially be some mixing in of wet snow, especially in the higher elevations, and especially you guys up on Saddleback Mountain and other areas around Saddle Mountain. That's Saddle Mountain, not Saddleback. Saddle Mountain. And then everybody else around the area who's above 2,500 feet. And then Monday, it clears out and it'll stay clear the rest of the week and pretty sunny. And then we'll also have some wind Sunday night into Monday morning. Now we're going to get into the winter weather forecast. The winter weather forecast looks interesting, and I'm just going to give you my summation. I won't show you like all the things. My summation is we are going to have a normal to above normal winter as far as snowfall is concerned. There's going to be bouts of really cold air normal cold air and then above normal cold air with moisture coming in that will create snowfall for our area, which will be great for the ski resorts, will be great for those of you who love the snow. There doesn't seem to be an indication. La Nina is going to be in our midst. So that is always, whether it's strong or weak, it's going to be between strong, or it's going to be between weak and moderate. So that means there's still going to be some chances for warm air to bust through, warmer air to not give us such a cold winter, but more than likely it's going to be a colder than average winter and a snowier than average winter. So those of you who like those parameters, like that action, like that snow, I happen to be one of those people, then this is a great forecast for you. Those of you who are not used to it, just moved here from somewhere warm or just doesn't like dealing with the snow, this is not going to be a fun forecast for you. But that's the winter forecast, guys. It's going to be a good winter. I'm forecasting it to be a good winter. The past 2 winters have been pretty blah. We had at least where I live, this is because I have firsthand experience. We get snow overnight and then it snows until 10 o'clock in the morning and then turns to rain. Now, if you live 500 feet higher or 1,000 feet higher than I do, you're going to get a lot more snow than me. If you live in Deer Park, you're going to get a lot more snow than me. So we have such variations in elevation around this whole part of the state that you just never know what you're going to get. And I've been talking for 17 minutes and that almost twice as long as my last video. So I'm going to stop right now because I could go on and on and on forever about the weather, as you can probably tell. But that's my forecast for the next 5 days, all of next week. And then my winter weather forecast, which is above cold and above snow average. And with some warm bumps in there too, but more than not, it's going to be a colder than average winter. So yay. Anyway, all right, everybody, that is it for this day. I will be back either by video or by written. By video is going out to everybody. By written is just going to my group. So if you're not part of my group, then it's called 9 Mile Weather Outlook. You can come in there. You can get involved there. It's really fun. We have a lot of fun in there talking about the weather and just doing all kinds of fun stuff. And I'll be back with any updates for this forecast or future forecast. All right, guys, have a good night, and I will talk to you later. This is Kate Weatherwise saying bye for now.